Today I'm going to be reviewing the MHPOWOS 200 watts monocrystalline flexible solar panel. So this is the box that it came with. It has a very large piece of foam and some accessory. That includes a bag of 8 straps and user manual. Let's take a look at the label on the back of the solar panel. 200 watts total output. The open circuit voltage is 38 volts. A typical 12 volt solar panel usually has a lower open circuit voltage, usually around 20 to 22 volts. So if you are using an older charge controller, you probably need to upgrade your charge controller if you want to use this solar panel. We got maximum output voltage 30.2 volt. Maximum output current is 5.4 amps. So if you do your math, 30 times 5.44, that's only about 163 watts. That's not 200 watts. MHPOWOS, you need to reprint this label. Down here we have the physical specs of the solar panel. That includes the size and the weight of the panel. It's only 3 millimeters thick and only weighs about 3 kilograms. It comes with 8 Velcro straps, and the holes on the panels are rather long instead of round, and there are 8 holes on the solar panel, 4 on each side. I like these straps. It makes it easy to mount the solar panel. The junction box of the solar panel is on the front, so the back of the solar panel is completely flat. It comes with 2 MC4 connectors, and the wire length is 36 inches from here to there. Wire size is 2.5 millimeters squared. Cross section, that's a little bit bigger than size 14. I would say between size 14 and size 12. And that means it can take about 15 amps, and that's adequate for this solar panel. Here, take a look at the surface of the solar panel. You can see it's not completely flat, but it got small dimples on the surface, just like on a golf ball. And that is designed to focus sunlight back to the solar panel when the sun is at an angle. This is the newer design for the newer solar panel that makes it a little bit more efficient. It's time to put it to the test to see how much power it can produce. I'm going to plug it directly in my power station, and it has a screen to show me how much power the panel produces. Right now it's still early spring, so the sun is still at an angle. It's not completely straight up in the sky, so I might not get full power from the sun. Here we go. Let's see what we got. About 159, 160. I got my amp meter here. Let's see how many amps you got here. 5.7, 5.8 amps. That's a little bit more than what is printed on the label, which is 5.4 amps. So if I take 30 volts times 5.8 amps, I've got 175 watts, which is a little bit more than 160 watts on my power station. And that's because there is a controller inside this power station, and it needs to convert the power from the solar panel to the power station. There's no charge controller that can do it at 100% efficiency, right? The efficiency rate of this charge controller usually between 80 to 90%, and that's why you see 159 watts versus 175 watts on here. And if you're wondering why you can't get 200 watts out of a 200 watt solar panel, and that's because of the controller. That's number one. And number two, the sun has to be perfectly right on top of you, not at an angle. And most importantly, the temperature of the panel. Once you put the panel in the sun, it starts to get hot, and you start seeing the power going down. And that's because the longer you put in the sun, the harder the panel gets. The harder the panel, the less efficient it's going to be. As you can see, a few minutes ago it was 5.7, 5.8 amps. Now it's 5.5, 5.4 amps. That's because the panel starts to get hot. So right now it's running at 158 watts, 5.7 amp. Let's see how much more efficient it is when I spray some water on it. So trying to cool the panel with water. Check this out, it's very interesting. You see the current? The current is still 5.3 amps, which is even lower than before, right? Before it was 5.7, 5.8. But check this out. The wattage is much more, 182 watts. Before it was 159. So that's about 15% more power, but the same current. That means when you cool the solar panel, it's not the current that's increased. The current stays the same. The voltage is increased, and that's why the wattage is increased. The current stays the same. That's very interesting. 184 watts now. I want to try another method to test the output of this solar panel. So I installed on my bike trailer here, and I'm using it to charge my e-bike. Let's see what we got. This charge controller is actually a DC to DC boost controller. So it takes lower voltage from the solar panel and converts to a higher voltage to charge my bike. And right now we are charging at 49.4 volts at 3.3 amps. And if you take 49.3 times 3.3, that is 162 watts, which is pretty good for this setup because this solar panel lays flat and I cannot tilt this solar panel. You can see my shadow here, it's at an angle, and this stays flat, so I can probably get more power from the solar panel if I tilt the panel toward the sun. My next project is to put this solar panel on my trailer to charge my e-bike on the go. That's all for now. Till next time, thanks for watching.